dude, Fantasy Football Sensei here, coming at you with another Dynasty team breakdown. Today we're looking at Team Charlie. This is a 12-team Dynasty PPR, no tight end premium. Roster size is a 24, start 11. These leagues are deep and hard to win, and what I've noticed is that the more wide receivers I can start, the better my team does. I believe it's because it gives me a higher ceiling, and ultimately when you're starting 11 people, that high ceiling is more important than anything. I've done a couple trades in this offseason, so I'm happy to bring you this team. Here we go. First off, we have quarterbacks of Dak and CJ Stroud. I'm looking to add one quarterback. Doesn't matter if it's in the draft, free agency, off the waiver wire, whatever happens, doesn't matter. I'd like to add one younger guy if I could, but it's not that pressing. I think Dak is a top end quarterback and CJ Stroud is an okay backup with upside. Hopping into running backs, we have Kyron Williams, Quinshawn Junkins, Krusky Merritt, Braylon Allen, Tyrone Tracy. Someone out of this group is going to have to be good, right? I mean, I would love to add another running back. That pick number 205 I have will be another running back. I expect at the 108 to hopefully get Sadiq. If I don't, who knows what we're going with. Hop over into wide receiver. We got Rome, Zay Flowers, DK Metcalf, Brandon Ayuk, Terry McLaurin, and Devon Vele. If you didn't know, Vele had a stud into the season. His last 7 games, he was a wide receiver 2 or better. I think Terry McLaurin has an up year. Ayuk hopefully gets traded and does something good on another team. Hopefully DK Metcalf isn't getting sued. Zay Flowers is consistent, and hopefully Rome can take that step forward and be a true alpha. The rest of the receivers get rounded out with Calvin Ridley, Kyle Williams, Tez Johnson, Juju, Tank Dell, and Demarcus Robinson. None of those guys are super exciting. Kyle Williams and Tez are interesting players. I think Ridley's still good, but at this point, who knows? I think he's 32. In tight end, we have Jake Ferguson, Darren Waller, and Joanu Smith. Joanu Smith will get cut. Darren Waller is 50-50. I have no idea. He'll probably get cut too. As far as Jake Ferguson, I think he's a good tight end with Dak. I think the Cowboys are going to be a good team this year, make a hard push. If you have Pickens, you have CD, you have Javonte Williams and Jake Ferguson, and Dak is a top 5 quarterback, which we know he has that potential. Cowboys are a good team. Pick number 108. Best case scenario, I think, is Sadiq falls to me. He gets a good landing spot. I snag him at the 108. And that's the exact kind of player that this team could really have to vote forward. The other option at 108 is one of the better receivers falls to me. That's hoping Mendoza and Sadiq get picked before 108. That would push the least liked receiver to me at number 108. And if it happens to go the worst case scenario, I have my pick of guys like KC Concepcion. I believe they're showing Cornell Tate falling around the 107, 108. Guys, I like him. This team could be great. That 108 just needs to hit on a good player. The 205 is probably going to turn into a running back. I assume a day 2, day 3 running back who I like that ends up at a decent landing spot is what I'll pick at the 205. 405 doesn't matter that much. We'll just grab whatever player's left. I'd rather trade the 405. The way I like to draft in Dynasty is if you see in 26, I have 3 picks. So when I'm trying to cut 3 players off this team, Joanu Smith out. One of my receivers is out. Could be Demarcus Robinson. Definitely Juju can get cut. My running backs, I'm weak. I don't want to let go of Eckler if he gets picked up, but if he doesn't get a signing or any landing spot, cut Eckler, cut Joanu Smith, cut Juju. There's my 3 picks. But the thing with this team is that I'm really looking at 2027. I think this team is still a year away. I need Braylon Allen to be good, Quinshawn Junkins to be good, Ja'Cory Krusky Merritt to be good. I need Ayuk to step back into being good, Odunze to take a step, Metcalf to be serviceable, Vele to take a step, Kyle Williams, Tez. This team has a lot of hope, and that's my least favorite way to play Dynasty. But this was a complete rebuilding team. I took it over from an orphan team. It was ugly as could be. I traded all kinds of picks around to end up with the people I have. Again, I like that my receiving core is Rome, Zay, Metcalf, Ayuk, and Terry. Those are all players I think are good. I like Jake Ferguson as my 10, and I think my running back of Kyron and Quinshawn are good. If JCM or Braylon Allen could be that guy, and Dak's good, this team has a lot of potential. It's just potential and what ifs, and that's not how I like my teams. I've tried to trade as much as I could with this team. I can't get anything done. This league is basically not active. These people I'm playing with might as well be statues. They're scared to trade their picks. They're scared to make moves. So there's not a lot I can do. I've done pretty much all I could. I'm trying to load up the best I can this year in 26. And then hopefully in 27 is when I really make that step forward to be a competitor in this league with this team. I'd love to trade off Kyron for the right kind of trade. You know, DK, Ayuk, Terry, all those guys could be traded. It's just a hard situation with this team because it's so fragile with which way it goes. You know, the right trade could make me a real contender, or the right trade could put me in a real rebuild in 2027. I like to try to win when I can, so I'm trying to push this team forward, but it might just need to get scrapped for 26 and look forward to 27. This team's awkward, guys. I don't know what to do with it. I'm doing my absolute best. If you want to comment on this video, tell me what I should do. You know, I'll take any advice. This team is tough. You know, I think a lot of people would look at it and just say blow it up and get all the 27s you can, and that's fine. But you know, at the same time, we see every year in Dynasty and fantasy football where players that were bad do good and good do bad. So, you know, I think we could easily see Rome as a top 12 receiver, you know, Zay as a top 20, Terry is a top 20, DK and Ayuk could both be top 30. If that all happens and Kyron's a top 10, Junkins is top 10, JC Braylon Allen's top 20 or 30, Jake Ferguson's a top 10 tight end, which isn't saying very much, in Dak's top 5 at quarterback, then this team has a good shot. You know, it's an upside team, but I don't even like the upside. It's not even good enough. So I'm going to keep working on this team. I'll take any advice I can. I'm hoping to have multiple trade videos on this team, but these leagues I'm in, people do not like to trade. That's my least favorite thing about fantasy football. When you're playing with random people, they're scared to trade. They're scared to make moves. But I do want to push this team. I do think I could be a contender this year with the right moves, or push into 2027 contention with the right moves. So I'm going to be active as I could be with this team. I'm going to send out as many trades as I can, trying to figure out how to either upgrade this team for this year or push this team back and try to be a real contender in 27. Any recommendations, any comments, advice, feel free to throw them below, y'all. Like the video, subscribe, stick around, enjoy Team Charlie. This team is going to be a heck of a rebuild until we finally get to where we want, which is a fantasy football championship. Fantasy Football Sensei out.